People of Indian origin in America want to maintain the identity of their Hindu religion firmly. This year, i.e. 2022, has seen the most. Organizers and attendees turned an event at the U.S. Capitol to mark the 75th anniversary of Indian independence into a Hindu celebration by chanting Jai Shri Ram. In a separate event, a separate group of Indian Americans in New Jersey carried a bulldozer in a parade, which has now emerged as a symbol of the persecution of minorities in India. On this, Muslims, African Americans and civil rights groups have issued a response. He has asked the U.S. authorities to investigate the organizers, including overseas friends of BJP. This was also observed in other countries in 2022 with a significant presence of Indian diaspora. In September, British citizens of Indian origin marched through the streets of Leicester in the UK chanting Jai Shri Ram. Causing great concern to British officials and the media, some Hindu Americans living in other countries have been quietly promoting their faith and cultural trappings for decades. For example, Vishva Hindu Parishad America was established in 1970 to promote and practice the great universal and eternal values that were discovered and practiced by the sages of India, but all this has hurt the hearts of liberal Hindus. One of the attendees said on the condition of anonymity, "I was shocked by the performance of the Hindu claim in this event of the U.S. Congress." The attendees posed for group photographs while chanting Jai Shri Ram. During this, members of the U.S. Congress arrived, talked about India and left with their allies. Slogans of Bharat Mata Ki Jai were also raised, which could be appropriate on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of Indian independence. Another group of Indian Americans hosted two events at the Capitol in 2022, expressing their desire to change their name from Indian American to Hindu American. The community has been advocating for a long time, but has so far been unsuccessful. An event was hosted by a group of prominent Indian Americans who said they were disappointed by the Indian government's refusal to strongly criticize Russia's invasion of Ukraine and further argued that they did not want to suffer the backlash created by the Indian government's response. These events were also motivated by a desire to present Hindu Americans, rather than Indian Americans, as a political force in U.S. politics, cited as a reason by the organizers for hosting them at the U.S. Capitol to deliver direct messages to U.S. lawmakers. It was done. The Indian diaspora in the U.S. has been debating this name change for some time, among members of the community who vote and support both the Democratic and Republican parties. Indian-born immigrants continue to feel a strong connection to their country of origin, but the second generation of Indian Americans feel less committed to this political part of their heritage. They feel they are American, born and raised in America. Unlike their parents, relatives, the name Hindu American means more to Hindus in the diaspora. But this is not a debate that will be resolved anytime soon.